Happy Halloween!
And welcome back to the Brotanical Garden, episode 15.
Make sure you stick around to the end of the episode for a special giveaway.
Hope you enjoy it.
Coming up in this week's episode.
Your hole is our goal.
My name's Mikey, bitch!
Wow.
Guy literally tried to hit me with the truck.
I would have to take off all my clothes except my boxers, go out on the front or back porch and just lay down on my stomach.
Just being a kid and your mom's like, be back home by sundown, you know?
Right, yeah.
Like, I feel like that era's gone.
Probably
You
the
know what?
scariest-
No.
What?
You may, in the back of your mind, had just one little just dirty thought of, I hope that cat's fucking gone.
And welcome back, everyone. Happy Halloween. Myself alongside, wait, Clay? Clay, where are you?
No! This is a sock monkey!
The sock monkey wrangler himself.
Oh, get back here!
Got him!
Oh, got me a little sock monkey!
Whoa! Whoa!
I are way deep into the jungle. The normal habitat is under the bed. This is the worst Australian accent ever. We are tombed up of the cost variety.
Nice. Yeah.
Starting
Indeed
out
we
hot.
are. I'm a
Yeah,
plumber.
if you can't tell, you're a what?
I'm a plumber.
No, you're not.
Or
You're
an insertion specialist.
an insertion specialist.
Yeah, you want to see the back here?
Where you insert or what? Whoa. Rods, pipe, and drain. Your hole is our goal. Classic.
Welcome to the Brotanical Garden. To ensure nourishment to the saplings, make sure you spread your seed.
Yeah, thought that
I'm
was
I'm a sock monkey wrangler, if you can't tell.
nice.
I do elementary school and middle schools, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, weekends, sometimes birthdays, but usually I'm just hanging out at the old enclosure. Me and old, what should we name him? He doesn't have a name.
So do we go human name
Um,
or do we go like something pet feel or monkey based?
Despite his appearance, he is a boy.
Just yeah.
I mean, as you can tell,
Oh, there's what's the monkey that has a red butthole, red ass?
the baboon.
Is that a baboon? Maybe we should consider him like a sock baboon and have his
Sock
name
Moon.
rhyme. Moon? Wait.
My moon baboon.
Not Moon Baboon,
Shit.
dude.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, I mean, if they listened to us and actually played the game, they would know. So,
Maybe
Yeah.
I called him Mikey earlier, but I don't know if I like.
okay, well, there's something.
My name's Mikey, bitch.
So,
Okay.
if you guys are listening to this Halloween morning, we hope that you get costumed up tonight and give out candy.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you
I have
gotta-
plans too.
Hell yeah.
I mean, if they come up, I bought candy and have an orange bowl, obviously.
There you go. Oh, there
shit,
goes
Mikey.
Mikey.
So how many Halloween shindigs did you attend?
So I think just one, technically. We went to a Halloween costume little party thing in a friend's apartment last night, and then that was fun. And then we went downtown, kind of. We went to Mo and Curly's, which is a karaoke bar.
Oh shit!
It was packed in there, but yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
about you?
What were you? Were you inspector specialist or no insertion specialist?
I was Fred Flintstone, and Rachel was Wilma.
Nice.
So
Wilma. Did you do that a lot?
I had a lot of people do that to us. Like, rather than saying good costume, like the costume, they would just like be walking by and just go, Wilma! So, and I was just like,
out. It was so loud.
I was just like, yep, you got it. Yeah. So my dad.
Wait, sorry, go.
My dad said, just to let you know, Fred doesn't have a beard. After I showed him the costume, I was like, Dad, I was not willing. I wasn't willing to. Maybe that is on me. I wasn't willing.
You should have, and then did a whole no shave November.
Oh, that's true.
That would have been cool. Just to do a fresh, clean slate for the Freddy Flintstone, and then no shave it. Are you participating?
I probably will. Yeah. Does that count? Does that count? Like you can't trim it either.
No shave.
You can't touch it. Wow.
I don't think you can touch it.
So I don't think I've.
What about the other one?
Oh wow. Does the significant other, is that included?
It counts. Yeah.
Shit.
It's
a whole month.
Up. A whole month and no nut.
Or no shave, and or no shave.
And or no shave. Like you're just going back to literally Fred Flintstone, prehistoric.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough. I don't know. What about you?
What do you mean?
For either, are you for either?
No. Like I don't. There's nothing to gain from it. I don't. Maybe like a week either. No shaving.
Yeah, I can't do the no trim thing.
If you do it, I'll do it.
My neckline looks like crap when I just let it all grow out.
Mine's not quite there yet to have to like really keep up with it. Mm-hmm. It just gets to a point where it annoys me, like a length, and then I just trim it.
Yeah, it'll be cool to see the Browns and the Bengals duke it out on Halloween night tomorrow.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That would be so fun to go to.
Yeah,
like an NFL game, like everybody's gonna be in costumes and all that.
Both the teams have Halloween colors for their colors too.
True,
That's
true
crazy.
Fall classic.
Yeah, and a rivalry at that. So
yeah,
cool.
A division game. Like it'll be kind of chilly, but you're in like a weird costume, so it's like abnormally hot.
Yeah,
you know, like were you burning up in old Fred Flintstone? Like,
no, my costume was very airy. It was pretty much, I had some shorts on underneath, but other than that, it was just like that super thin fabric. It was just like a toga, pretty much.
Oh, so it looked fluffy almost.
Oh, it did?
Fuzzy. Like, what's your favorite costume that you've been?
Okay.
Like, you have any significant ones in the past?
Yeah, so only one probably, but and I only say it was my favorite because it got so much attention. But it was like when the blow up costumes were like just starting, were like first a thing.
Yeah, the dinosaur, like the T-Rex blow up T-Rex.
I got the it was a sumo wrestler. And it was a blow up sumo wrestler. It was hilarious. And like when I went out for that Halloween, because I was still a kid, I was definitely still trick or treating when I had the blow up sumo wrestler fit. And
dude, I don't know why people hate on trick or treating. We went trick or treating like in high school just for fun.
Yeah, no, it is fun. You go as long as you can until you can't.
As long as you want to. Yeah. I mean, if you're a cosplayer, is trick or treating? Is that like your Christmas?
That's your one night to shine.
Like, yeah. I mean, besides like a convention and stuff, like that would be. I feel like that would be prime cosplay time. Like, I mean, parents dress up and like have whole family themes. So like, you're never too old to dress up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I totally agree. Let's normalize young adults trick or treating again.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting candy.
Yeah, and like it's just at the end of the day, are you really stealing from people? It's candy. I mean, come on.
It's candy. Right.
Yeah.
Like if it says take one, are you really taking only one?
No.
Like you're a grown ass adult. You can take as many as you like.
Yeah.
Or you can just go buy your own candy.
That is true. But it's more than like for if I were to go trick or treating, which would be kind of wild. Wow. If was just out of
What?
wow.
That one snuck up on you. Huh?
You ever get some that just make the eyes start to kind of water a little?
You went cross-eyed a little bit there.
Yeah. Whew. This does pose a question though.
Shambles.
That's what this podcast is.
Yeah. So far.
Did you ever have like someone in the neighborhood that passed out really weird shit?
If you passed out popcorn balls, you're a weirdo.
That is something weird. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I got a toothbrush one year.
Oh.
I enjoy them now, but as a kid, you didn't want them. You know the hard lifesavers, like the super super minty, like wintergreen.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
hard
yeah.
white lightsabers. I thought when you were a kid, if you passed those out, you're weird.
That is
Like
kind of a
breath
weird.
mint.
Yeah, that's a weird
Passing
thing to
out
pass
breath
out.
mints is not. Yeah.
I don't even think you're supposed to
super
eat
chocolate.
like tons of those. I don't think.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I know I've gotten like little, like those little mini, at like a kid's birthday, you get those little goodie bags.
Yeah.
And I have all those cheap little plastic toys or like a cheap little coloring book. I've gotten a few of those, just Halloween themed.
That's fun.
And, like,
kind of.
No,
but
it's not. Did you ever touch those?
no, I never did.
The best part about trick-or-treating is coming home and dumping out your stash and like separating it out. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I got Kit Kats. I got 7 Reese's.
You're so
And
right.
I got this dumbass coloring book. Like, I'm not touching that.
Yeah, no, you're right. I think I was into when I was younger, I was not as into chocolate as I was like sour stuff. So my parents, God, I'm burping like crazy. My parents, we lived on a cul-de-sac, so we didn't really have to accommodate for too many kids going to the door. So my parents always had like huge candy bars and stuff like that they would give out. So
it's like if you made the trip back to the cul-de-sac, you were rewarded.
Rewarded, yeah. So we did like the Costco candy bars. It's like the big old. We had like it was either 3 or 4 pack Reese cup bar thing, like they come in like the and then we also did fruit by the foots, which I thought was a great idea.
That's a good one. Yeah.
But yeah, what about? Do you remember what your parents like set out?
No, we never did. We never had candy at the house because like our neighborhood was like kind of out of the way.
That's true.
Everybody in town would go to the big neighborhoods, and then it would just be chaos. Like the neighborhoods that have like 50 to 100 houses in it, like just over like streets and streets of houses.
Yeah.
Like we would hop in the back of somebody's truck, or like people would do hay bales, but like just drive house to house.
That's
Dad's
cool.
sitting in the truck, just leaving it running. You hop out the back, run up to the house, hit 2 or 3, hop back in the truck, drive down to the next house.
That's so cool. I love that.
Yeah.
I never did that.
Fun.
That's awesome.
And so we did that like all throughout high school too, just to get loads and loads of candy.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Just load up. I remember I was a pirate once. Probably my best was Red Power Ranger. I think I really did well with that one. Yeah. I think I was an Ice Wolf Ninja one year.
That's a pretty creative costume. I like that.
Yeah, no one was fucking with me that year. I think those are the only few like memorable ones when I was a kid.
Yeah.
In high school, I know we did the morph suit. We all did morph suits.
Yep.
So there was like 6 of us in different color morph suits. Other than that, like we did dress up for like at school, but that was like more homecoming. We used to go all out for like homecoming weeks and stuff.
Yeah.
Because we would try to take it to the extreme. And it's always fun to just dress up. So like one day was it was Disney Day, and we all decided to dress up as Disney princesses.
Oh, that's awesome.
I was Snow White.
That's awesome. All right. Well, I'm going to switch it over to TV time, and then our editors, Chartreuse and the gang, hopefully they can pull up a picture here. If you wouldn't mind, Chart, can you pull up when I was Brother HH Hulk Hogan?
Oh, that's a good one.
because that one
Is that a more recent?
that was a more recent one. That was when I was in college. So, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so costumes
Anyway.
are fun. Did you ever do any tricking of your treating? Or did you ever get tricked? Because I feel like that was never really a thing. Like, of the actual treating process, no one ever actually got tricked.
I think my parents' house got like TP'd one year.
Yeah, like...
But other than that, no.
Same.
I don't think...
I know, like...
Yeah.
Go ahead, sorry.
No, I had nothing else to say. I was just mumbling.
Like, I remember hearing stories of the older high school kids going around egging houses and stuff.
That's got to be awful to get egged.
Yeah, it would suck.
Yeah.
That would suck so bad. But I never did anything like that. Just the typical TPs.
Mm-hmm.
But there was this one time.
Oh,
I guess this is fitting for the Halloween theme. But it wasn't during Halloween.
Oh, okay.
It's just so we went ding dong ditching one night. I think we were like 8th grade, freshman year. So maybe a little old, but no. Well, we couldn't drive, so we would just like
right.
stay the night at a buddy's house, and then we'd all sneak out and meet up. So I stayed the night with one of my buddies, and we walked literally probably close to 5 miles. I don't know. It took us like an hour to walk.
Wow.
to where our other friend was. And it's like on like pretty busy roads, but it's like midnight. Mm-hmm. So we're walking, and it's freezing. And every car that would drive by, we'd like just jump in the ditch and like hide, or just run behind a mailbox till it passed.
Because
I don't know why.
You don't know why. Okay.
Well, I mean, you didn't want to be walking on the side of the road dressed in like all black and it's freezing.
Yeah.
Two kids, and then this random car's driving by, and they stop and they're like, "Hey, what are you doing out here?" Be like, "Don't." Yeah. Right. They're gonna. Right. Yeah. So and then we got pretty good at identifying what the cops' headlights looked like.
Nice.
So we'd be like, it'd be like a long straightaway, and we could see like
from a
pretty
distance.
Good distance. Yeah. So we got to like this busy intersection, and it's like a 4-way stop, and we're just like laying on the side. So like there's a good ditch on either side. We're just laying there as cars are driving by, and be like, all right, coast clear, and then we'd get up and go.
That's awesome.
We're like probably 4/5 of the way there. I know, super accurate distance. But a cop stopped in the yard, so we like jumped off the road, went and hid in this guy's front yard behind trees, and this cop stopped in front of his yard, shined his flashlight or his like big spotlight, drove off, and we're like, oh shit, should we turn around and go home? We're like, no, we made it this far, let's keep going. So we meet up with our friends, and there's like 5 of us, and he was having somebody stay at his house, and we just all met up.
Mm-hmm.
We were just gonna go ding dong ditch, just walk around, just be stupid.
Right.
So we should have picked some better houses to knock on, because this is like a trailer. This guy's probably cooking meth. Because there have been meth lab busts in this area in the past and in the future. Yeah. So we're sneaking up. It's like up on a hill, like this guy's trailer. And we're sneaking up behind this tree line, and his car is parked in a carport. We're just like an awning over it. Yeah. And it's just like this old Honda truck or something. And as we're like sneaking up, we haven't even gotten close to the house. Yeah. You know how you like hit the lock twice and it honks? It did that. Oh, so we're like 5 feet from the truck. The truck's a little bit away from the house or the trailer. And we're like sneaking behind it. And it's like this guy hit it twice. And so we're just like, oh shit. So we sat there for like 10 minutes or something. Just like, what do we do? We got to get this guy. And then the guy lets out his dogs. As these two hound dogs. That's it. Like they bark like hound dogs. Don't know what kind of dogs. They're sitting on his little deck, and they're just barking. And he comes outside, and he's like dog cussing them, literally, like cussing the shit out of these dogs. And he telling them to stop barking and to come in. They probably saw us or heard us or something. Yeah. And he goes in, and then I think we had the idea of throwing a rock at his window. super smart.
Yeah.
So we ended up throwing the rock, and he comes out, and he's like looking around, and then he goes back in, and then we get the courage to go up there and knock on his door. So one guy knocks, and we run away, and he's comes out screaming and yelling like, "Rah, rah, 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 stop it, you damn kid!" You know what I mean? And then, of course, we had to go back for a third time because this guy's cracking us up just the way he's yelling. He's definitely not all there, or he's on something.
Yeah.
Probably hindsight, not the best guy to be.
Right.
Yeah. So third time's the charm. We go up there. This time we're hitting him with the double whammy. Where somebody's like, everyone's knocking. Someone's like throwing little pebbles at his window. We get like 3 of us around, and we like bang on the door. We take off running, and we're like, ha, okay, we got away. Ha. Dude hops in his truck.
Oh no.
You know, typical dramatic dun dun dun.
Yeah.
Hops in the truck, and we're like kind of at this point we notice he starts the truck. So we're like getting a little jogging going. We cut across like a couple creeks or whatever. We think we're good. By the way, it's 30 degrees this whole time. It'll come into play.
Yeah.
So we're like kind of jogging down the side of the road just because that's the easiest way to navigate because you know where the road goes. But, you know, if you go in the woods, you're kind of screwed.
Yeah, and you're like going over like tall grass and twigs and like it's just not fun. Yeah.
Not fun. And so we come around this corner and his truck just flies by. And we kind of just like have to duck in real quick into like the bushes. Yeah. And he just flies by us. Well, in that area, there's like a little, there's like a little private road off the road.
Yeah.
That loops around. So you pull off to the right, and then there's like 2 or 3 trailers, and then it loops back to the main road. And so he hit that real quick, but we didn't see it. We didn't see it. So he hits the loop, and we keep going the direction he came from.
Yeah.
But he's in a truck, and by this point, he was far enough away to where we didn't know really where he was.
Yeah.
But the thing is, where he came from, we were going the wrong way from our buddy's house, like the opposite direction.
Yeah.
So we're like, fuck, we need to go to, rendezvous back at home base.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're like kind of scrambled, and we end up turning around. But we're all like still very like skeptical and like trying to be sneaky.
Yeah.
And we're coming up on the road, and this guy is parked, headlights off, behind a fence. Like there's a trailer, and then it has this big wooden fence on the corner.
Okay.
By one of the road that loops. So he's still on that road, but he hasn't pulled out onto the main road yet.
Yeah.
I'm trying to paint a picture here, and it's,
I got you.
I see it in my mind, but I know it's so much harder to like explain it.
Right.
Basically, he's off the main road, facing out, headlights off, waiting for us.
Oh wow.
And so we get probably, I'd say maybe 20 yards from him. I guess he could see us. We had no idea. Flicks on the lights and just revs that shit and fishtails out onto the main road, pointing directly towards us.
Dude, you're probably freaking out.
Yeah, we were like, oh shit, like what do we do? So we just, all 5 of us, just instinctively turn and just head first dive. Because he floored it. Like he fishtailed out and just like coming at us. Like driving straight towards us.
That's crazy. And you guys are still on the road at this point?
Yeah, we're like off.
And then
we're standing. We're
on
standing
the
like
side.
on the edge. Yeah. Not actually walking on the road. I mean, it's like 2 a.m., 1:30 a.m.
So you guys dive, just straight
head first into this little ditch. And I swear it felt like a 7-foot drop. Like we just launch ourselves. Water's in the creek or in the ditch. There's like, one of my buddies got like a gash on his arm.
Oh,
I mean, just minor cuts and bruises, but in the moment we're just like, oh shit, and just jump and just land, and like we're all wet and it's freezing.
Yeah.
And the guy like literally two wheels off the road. Like we heard the gravel.
That's crazy.
At that point we get up and we just dead sprint, just as far as we could.
Yeah.
And he didn't I don't know. I guess he couldn't turn around and follow us at that point,
Yeah.
or he lost sight of us, didn't know where we went, or I guess he went back to his house in case we went there for whatever reason, and who knows what he was thinking.
Yeah.
But yeah, guy literally tried to hit me with the truck.
That's
like
crazy. Either that or he was trying to scare you, but like accident but then low key like almost like fucked up and killed a bunch of kids.
I don't think he was all there.
Yeah.
I think he maybe dabbling with the little amphetamines.
Yeah, because if he was off the road too.
Yeah, like
And
the
it
way he
seems like-
was yelling at his dogs and yelling at us, knocking on his door. I mean, we asked for it.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
no debating that, but usually you just
funny.
kind of,
Yeah, those damn kids. But no, this
We used
guy
to
was
go
like,
ding dong ditching all the time.
yeah.
We didn't go after that for a while.
Yeah, I would imagine. I've only been like, I think once. I don't have many distinct like memories of it. I think I did go once, but other than that, we would just play like hide and go seek at like midnight and stuff in the neighborhood, and
Yeah.
we would do that stuff all the time, but never.
There's this one town that takes that to like the extreme.
Oh yeah.
So like this town is literally one street. There's one red light. So
Wow.
we're out here. It's country Alabama. So we out here. In their high school, they would do this like every Friday night or Saturday night. There would be a team of it'd be like cops and robbers.
Yeah.
So there'd be like the seniors would be the robber or the cops, and they'd be in their trucks, and they'd be like scouted out between like from point A to point B, and then all the robbers had to start at one end of the town and then make their way to the diner that's at the end of the street, at the end of their town.
Yeah.
I don't know how long it is. I never did it. I just always like knew that they did this.
Mm-hmm.
And I like heard all these stories about like it's literally like they would tackle people like trying to catch.
Wow.
Yeah, like it got physical.
Yeah.
Like people are like ripping shirts trying to run away. Like people are getting tackled, hopping fences in like the back of these people's houses. And it eventually got shut down because of that.
Yeah.
Because they were running through people's yards trying to get away from the cops.
Yeah. That's awesome. I probably would have done that.
Yeah, I would like we
courage.
tried to do it like in our town in one of these big neighborhoods, but it never
took
it was
off.
too big of a space.
Yeah.
We didn't have enough people, too big. It just wasn't right. Do you have any crazy ding dong ditchers?
No. I think the only time we ever got in trouble with our neighbors was we would, like, I remember when you were a kid, you came and that's all we did back in the day. We'd play hide and seek tag like every day outside. And then when you came and visited, we did that.
We did that, and I joined.
Yeah. So we would have.
I got stung by a wasp that day.
You did. Wow. Yeah. Bringing memories
Remember
back.
That?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hid behind somebody's hot tub.
Was it the hot tub?
Yeah, it was the hot tub. I hid behind the hot tub and got stung by a wasp.
It was the next door neighbor's hot tub, I think.
Yeah.
It must have been. Or was it across the street? Do you remember?
I have no clue.
Okay.
I just remember you had that huge hill of a driveway.
Yep.
Yeah.
So because we did hide and go seek tag like every day after school, we would work on like our hiding spots. Like when we weren't playing hide and seek tag, we were like making spots. So like the way it worked is we had about 10 to 15 spots that were created. Whether it was like a super thick bush, we would like carve out a little hole in the bush with like
break the twigs,
trimmers, and break the twigs and stuff. And so all of the hiding spots were like, everyone knew about all the hiding spots. So like we knew there was a potential that like if we were the person looking for people, we knew all 15 like by like, you know, because we played so much. But all of the hiding spots, if you looked at like this bush, you wouldn't be able to tell that I was in the bush. because it
Right.
was such a good spot. So, it was just kind of a matter of going to each spot and like just checking. it wasn't like we were really like being super sneaky about where we were hiding. I don't know why it was so fun, but we did that.
Oh, dude, hide and seek's like one of the greatest childhood games of all time.
Yeah.
Like I would still go play hide and seek. I play hide and seek with my dog like all the time, and it's hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, partake in some hide and seek with your dog. Like
It's-
throw a
no,
ball or
we,
a treat, and then just go hide in a closet, and they freak out.
At our dog park, there's these rocks that are sticking out of the mulch area, like spread out throughout the whole park, and they're tall enough to where we can like crouch down behind them. And so
Oh,
Rachel
gosh.
will be like distracting the dogs on one side of the dog park, and then I'll go run, and then I'll go hide behind one of the rocks, and I'll be like, Penelope, and then I'll just like be quiet, and then she's like looking around, and then she eventually finds us. It's hilarious though.
Dude, it's the best. Like,
Yeah.
because you like want to congratulate them. You're
Yeah,
like,
they're
you
like,
found me, good
"Yay!"
job, and then everyone's happy. And they're like,
Yeah.
oh my god, I found you. I thought you were gone forever.
They start
You know,
wagging.
dogs are like so over dramatic.
Yeah. Oh
like
my
you lose
gosh.
your
Dude, actually, everyone's going to look at us like bad cat parents. But so we've been getting kind of lazy. We like to take the dogs to the park, but we have this area. It's like a backyard, and we'll just let them out, and you know they'll do whatever they got to do, and then we'll let them back in. They don't really get to go to the park every time they go outside now, which I guess is
Right.
not the end of the world. But our cat Mozzie loves outside, which is awful
Uh-oh.
because
Yeah, that is awful.
it's like every day if the windows are open, it's just constant meowing because he wants to go outside. So yesterday, we took the dogs out. Mozzie went out too. My legs
Do
were
you
hurting.
do you leash the cat?
No, we just let him kind of. So
Roam?
yeah,
Is it
there's-
fenced?
No. So there's a grassy area, and then there's a drop off, and then that's where like some trees are, and I think it's like an old lake that without water in it anymore, but it's like kind of dense, like forest after the little area of grass. So Mozzie is fine. We see him. He's like right on the edge of like he likes to eat the tall grass and stand in the short grass is what he likes to do. So the dogs are out there. They both go poop or whatever, and we let them in. And then I'm going to get the cat. Rachel's like, I got him. Don't worry, because like my legs have been hurting like a bitch because I went way too hard on the last leg day or whatever. So I was like, okay, awesome. So we go back in and like we go get some food, and then I go to the golf simulator. And once we get back, Mozzie's usually waiting at the door, like ready for us to get home. And so we get home, we're like, where's Mozzie? It's like, it's weird.
Uh-oh.
And we realize that Mozzie has been locked outside for the past like 3 hours.
Rachel said, I got him.
Yeah,
Didn't
she
get him.
never got him. And so
Oh my gosh.
we initially laughed, but then we were like, holy shit, this could be really bad. Like we may never see our cat again.
He could be gone.
Yeah, because our cat, like, he's not an outdoor cat by any means. He like stays inside, and then we let him out like once a day for like a couple minutes, like 2 minutes. And so
Yeah.
we get our boots on and we go outside and we start trekking through like the forest, and we're like, Mozzie, and he's nowhere. And then we pretty much give up. We were going to a Halloween party that night, but we didn't want to leave the house without Mozzie being inside, because we're like, if he tries to come back in, the door is going to be locked. So like, what do we do? And so we're walking
Yeah,
back.
because Mozzie could open the door if it was unlocked.
Well, no, I just meant like we can't just leave the door open. Oh, I'm sorry. You're
Oh,
right.
yeah.
That was stupid. Yeah. So as we're
No, I get what you mean, though.
we've been out there for like, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes looking for him. And on our way back, he pops his little head out of a bush in the forest. And it's just like, luckily I found him. And I was like,
How far
Was
away
he?
was he from where he usually is?
he was not far at all. He just was like, must have been in a bush, just like chilling or something,
Yeah,
just
I
hiding
guess.
there.
Maybe
I
he
don't
accepted
know.
the fact that he's an outdoor cat now, and he's like,
But
"This is my life.
I picked, gotta get
He's
used
like,
to
this
it.
is my bush."
This is my new home. So I picked him up. He started purring, and then when we were going back inside, he was like trying to scratch me and get away because he just wanted to stay out there, I guess. So
Maybe he enjoyed it.
yeah, I'm starting to think maybe we should be a little. I don't
Just
know.
leave him out there all day.
I don't want him to get in the habit of like wanting to go outside because then the meowing is just gonna get worse. But
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, that's when a fence would just be awesome.
yeah.
Like if you had your own fenced-in little area.
That would be so nice. We could just literally open the door. They go outside. We shut that door and we do whatever the hell we want to do.
And then
know?
like they'll scratch if they want to get back in. Or
Exactly.
meow or bark.
Yeah.
It's like my sister Riley, you know her.
Mm-hmm.
She her apartment has like this little sunroom almost.
Oh.
It's like they have a back door, but it's literally like not even 3 feet. It's like maybe 3 feet exact of just like a screen enclosure, like balcony patio thing.
Oh, that's kind of
like a
nice.
sunroom.
Yeah.
And the cat loves to sit out there. Like that's the
Yeah.
cat's area.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it's like it feels like it's outside, but it's not outside.
Yeah, we need that. I don't know how we're
So-
gonna just attach that to our
May-
apartment, but
Yeah. Well, you know, like those big dog gates. Well, Mozzie could probably climb or jump over that. You know, the big dog like wire fence kind of thing.
Mhm. Yeah.
Maybe get 3 or 4 of those, just connect them together,
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
and then you get hit with a fee.
Honestly, yeah. I don't think we're allowed to even have those like you can like stake like a little leash support thing in the backyard.
Yeah.
I don't even think you're allowed to do that. I think I heard from the leasing office.
Oh,
They
like
don't-
you can't leave it out. I'm sure you could do it if you were out there, but you just can't leave it.
Yeah, I think so. Anyway,
That's it.
so
That's the name.
I was telling you
Yeah.
guys.
I'm glad to know that you're a horrible cat owner.
Yeah, that was probably
You
the
know what?
scariest.
No,
What?
you may in the back of your mind had just one little just dirty thought of, I hope that cat's fucking gone. Tell me I'm wrong. You didn't have like one little thought and you're like, nah, we need that cat.
No, because I love that cat, even though I hate him sometimes, because he's super annoying sometimes. I would have felt maybe I only wanted to find him to make myself feel better about my parenting. Maybe that's
yeah,
you know
point.
what I mean? Because like if I lose
point.
him, he is gone, which in some aspects is kind of clutch, but. But at the same time, I'm the
Yeah.
worst owner ever.
It's different like if you open the door and he just takes off and you just never see him again.
Yeah,
That's different.
that's true. But it
But-
was literally my fault that or
Well-
Rachel technically, yeah.
Yeah, but you know, 2 halves make a whole.
Right. So the story I told last episode about the guy who escaped prison by mailing himself out. There
was
is
his
a Richard. I don't.
Oh, what a dick.
I forget his last name. Wait, I think it says it.
McNair.
McNair. So I saw this video forever ago where this guy's going on a jog and he is actually escaping prison and he sweet talks a police officer away and then escapes for 2 years after that. And I saw that video like, I don't know, 5 years ago. Then I read the article to you guys last week and never made the connection that it was the same guy. So he had mailed himself out, somehow got down into like some other clothing. I don't know. He wasn't wearing prison clothes and gets stopped by a cop. And there's a video of him right after he mailed himself out. So I figured we could watch it.
So this
Just-
is like the police, like the dash cam or something? Like the
Yeah.
police
So
cam?
So
they didn't have body cams back then.
no, it's on. It's a cam. It's a car cam. So it's like a dash cam.
Okay.
That they're standing in front of the police car, and they're talking to him. So
Let's do it.
okay. There's our boy.
Do you have any form of identification on you?
No, man.
What's your name?
Robert Jones.
What a liar.
What's your address?
I don't have an address. I'm at the hotel.
Pretty smart
We're working
answer.
on houses and stuff like that, roofing.
Roofing?
Yep.
Okay.
For my brother.
What is? We got an escapee.
Oh. Where from?
Prison.
There's a prison here?
Hey, this is Carl. Subject wear glasses? Nothing about glasses. How old is your guy? You're how old?
50. I was born in 56.
You said born in 56. 58. Any kind of details you can give me, huh? What eyes you got?
Green. Well, kind of a turquoise blue.
Turquoise blue? You want to give me some more? Yeah, I know. I got the same thing, and you can't see shit on it. Let me just verify. He says his brother's staying at the motel. Let me verify that, and if so, I'll just cut him loose.
I guarantee I'm not no.
You know the bad thing about it?
What's that?
You're matching up to him.
Come on.
Where are you staying at?
That Titus Field or Titus Inn? Titus Inn? A little low.
Where's that at?
I don't even know the address. We just got into town about a week ago, and he dropped me off to jog. I always jog about 12 miles a day.
Who y'all work for?
It's his
I know. What's the name of the company?
Phil's Roofing.
Did you go through a briar patch or something?
Well, yeah, roofing. I always roof in shorts and cut my scratching up on
That's why your knees are all cut up. And what's your name again?
Jimmy Jones.
What's your name?
Robert Jones. Jimmy Jones.
Put yourself in my position.
Well, yeah, but I'm not. Isn't escaping?
Hey, you wouldn't believe what them guys do. I mean, they got years and years to think about how they're going to do it.
I'm sorry to have to hold you up, but
Hey, no, I'm just doing my job, man. If you do jog again in the future, carry some ID with you.
see, I don't. And I'm sorry. When I was in the military, we never carried our ID
Yeah.
on base. Can you write down your phone number, your cell phone number, so I can have whoever calls you?
Just call. You got a cell phone with you?
No, hell no. I don't even have a cell phone or anything.
Just call 911 is all you got to do, and they'll get a hold of us.
All right. Have a good day now.
Be careful, buddy.
Crazy, dude.
Thing is, he matching up to him.
Yeah.
You know the bad thing about it?
What's that?
You're matching up to him.
Come on.
Well, okay. I literally just said that.
That's crazy.
Dude, like, that's, I don't know, like, how to feel about that.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, first off, if the cop had any wits about him, he would have caught the wrong name.
Yeah. But he's Richard
Like-
Jones, Jimmy Jones.
Robert Jones, like,
Yeah. That's true.
I don't, and then the whole, did you go through a briar patch? Well, shit, if it looks like he went through a briar patch, he probably went through a briar patch.
You probably need to, like, just to be safe.
He kind of got hung up on the name of the company for his brother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, the fact that he had an answer for the hotel was pretty good.
Dude, imagine how, like, just terrifying and desperately, like, scared you would be, like, to not get caught in that situation. I would fumble.
That's his fix. Like, I wonder what that type of adrenaline feels like.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Like, he's been on the run before. Like, I bet that's like his fix. Like, that gets him going.
Yeah.
He probably later that night at that hotel was just, reliving that moment, so to speak.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
that's
a good point that the cops said, though. Like, they do have, like, a long time to think about that scenario in their heads.
Yeah, like how they're gonna do it. But I'm guessing he's still in the same town back from, your story last week. He's still in the same town when he, like, shipped himself out of the prison. He just didn't get
Right,
he didn't
yeah.
get dates or anything.
No, he shipped himself out of the basically out of the area that they keep the dudes that are locked up.
Yeah. So he got out of the prison mail center and got to I guess a distribution center in the town, and then started jogging. Which props to him for putting on a fake pair of glasses.
Yeah, that's
that's
smart.
pretty good.
Yeah.
But you can never run away from the law.
It'll catch up to you unless you get to I don't know, Mexico or something. You might be fine then, but
yeah. Well, he tried Canada, which I feel like is the safer option of the two, and obviously that didn't work. He got caught in Canada. I feel like Canada is like America 2.0.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
maybe
America 0.5.
Yeah. it's like the pre-version of America.
It's like the baby brother.
Yeah, exactly.
Or maybe not. Maybe just the cousin. I don't know.
Cousin, it's got a little bit of similar because we have Toronto, or they have Toronto, but we have there's a lot of American influence in Toronto, with the sports teams and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I've only been to Canada once, and when I did, it was barely into Canada, but it did feel pretty America-esque there.
Yeah, it's really
nothing crazy, so.
I mean, they do have their own football league, so there's that. I mean, so that's pretty Americanized.
Yeah.
I feel like Cousins is a good way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of pretty spot on. So now that we're back, I don't know if we've mentioned it or if something will be there, but we did have technical difficulties, so now we gotta reel it back in.
It was weird.
I don't even want to explain it.
Yeah, it's gonna take too long. Yeah, let's reel it back in though.
So we talked about my kind of scary story, but we never heard your scary story. Do you have a scary story that comes to mind? It doesn't even have to be Halloween themed, but something that's kind of crazy or kind of nerve-wracking happened to you?
Yeah, as a matter of fact. So
we didn't plan this story. I haven't heard this story in a few years, so I would love to be refreshed.
Well,
started like this.
I guess it's a little more rare than I thought because I haven't really met many other people that have had what I have. But thankfully it doesn't happen much anymore unless I get really sick or have a fever. But when I was a kid, it happened all the time. When I was a kid, I had really bad asthma. Every time I had a flare up in the middle of the night, I would have not only a nightmare, but what the doctors called as night terrors. So that's when you are asleep and you cannot control really what you do, but you are up on your feet. You could be running around. You could be talking to people.
It's like sleepwalking.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah. So as an example. And you know what? I think you are partially awake when you have a night terror, at least for me. But
a lucid dream, maybe?
Yeah, kind of like a lucid dream. But they were normally always. I mean, I don't actually think I ever had a good lucid dream. They were all bad. So when I was a kid, it was mainly a swarm of bees. So I would have a night terror, and I would get up and I would wake my parents up because I was running and screaming around the house trying to get away from a swarm of bees. And the worst part is when you have a bad dream, someone can wake you up, but for a night terror, there's not a real way to get woken up. I remember
because isn't that a rule about sleepwalking? You don't wake up the sleepwalkers?
I guess, but for me, I would have loved to be woken up, but we couldn't figure out a way. The only way we could get me to get out of it was to for some reason it was always when it was cold outside that this would happen, middle of the night. I would have to take off all my clothes except my boxers, go out on the front or back porch and just lay down on my stomach and just breathe for like 5 minutes, and then I would slowly get out of it. But
Like
just
come to like
yeah, but usually I was like crying and stuff because I had to like force myself to just lay there on the front porch and not move for a while before it would go away. So crazy. So as I got older, it got to be a little less like fantasy, but I do remember I was super sick for like a week when I was a kid. And I don't know. Okay, we already actually talked about Cyber Chase a little bit. Do you remember Cyber Chase on PBS? We were doing top 5 cartoons or something. So the hacker from Cyber Chase was in my basement. We have an unfinished basement at home, and there's a little area where my dad kept all of the construction tools and stuff like that. And there was a old sheet from like a king size bed that was hung up, and it is right in front of this room, this unfinished room in the basement. So you'd have to open the sheet to get back there. And so for a week straight, I had night terrors about the hacker planning with his dunce buckets how they were going to kill me. But the craziest thing is, so this was a weird night terror because normally it's like something's actively trying to get me. But like for this one, I would wake up in my sleep. I would go to like the door of the basement, and like, I don't know if I could like hear them talking or if I could just feel like they were like down there, and I was always too afraid to get any closer. But the wildest part was like every night it would be not the same nightmare, but it would be a continuation of where they left off the night before.
oh shit.
So it was like the whole week was like a plot on how they were going to do it. And like they would even like touch back on like what they said the night before and like add to it, and like just crazy that like your mind, it's the mind is so crazy because like the fact that I can like unintentionally remember, and I don't know how that all works, but that was scary. And now, because I still occasionally get them, but now when I get them when I'm super sick, it'll be like if I move my finger, it's hard to even explain, but like if I move my fingers, it's like I don't even know if there's like words to put. Like I know, like as I've been older, it's only happened like 2 or 3 times since I was 20-ish. One of them was sounds. It just felt like sounds were like so loud. Like every time even someone whispered to me, it was like super loud, and I had to tell them to shut up. And
Rachel in your ear, like.
Yeah, exactly. But it was more so like I think it was mainly scary because you understand as it's happening, you understand that it's happening. And that's the scariest part. Is like,
So like consciously it feels real? Like you're in a different dimension almost, or like you're in like a dream?
no,
Or like
yeah,
you just
like,
feel like your body, your body's moving when it shouldn't be.
yeah, like imagine having another sense, and I don't know what that sense would be, but like imagine actively right now you could just feel something in a different way than you ever have. But it's scary because like for me, like I knew that it wasn't real, but it felt real, and I was still in my house. I was still myself. Like I felt like I was awake,
Right.
But then you feel these like feelings of like, I don't even know how to explain it, but it's just like scary because there's nothing you can do to stop it. It's just like it's actively happening.
So it felt real.
Oh yeah, like it feels like. Well, I mean, it is real. I mean, it's not real, but like
It's real, but your brain's telling you false information.
yeah, it's pretty crazy. So last time it was sounds. There was one time that it felt like my fingers were like getting bigger, That's weird. Like actively getting bigger. There's nothing I could do to like make them stay the same size. Just weird stuff.
Yeah.
I would actually be down to like go into a doctor and like have them do.
Yeah, because I mean,
research
night terrors are a thing for a reason. Like people have paralysis demons where they wake up and they can't move, but they know, but it's awake. It's not like a dream state. I mean, obviously there's lucid dreams, which is, I guess, I don't even know what that really is or feels like because I've never experienced that. So I guess the alternative of a bad lucid dream would be a night terror.
I guess so.
Is kind of just like what I'm piecing together of like what my basic non-knowledge of that subject is.
Mm-hmm. I couldn't even tell you either. It's just crazy. I don't know.
Bottom line is Vecna got your ass. Like you straight up are in some Stranger Things. Like that's some Stranger Things right there.
That is.
Dude, that's wild. Like the fact that it still kind of could happen.
Yeah, it's only when I get like, it's really only when I have a fever. If I have a fever and I'm really sick,
which makes it like that takes it to a whole nother like level of weirdness. Yeah, that's like it's only when you're sick. Like there's set conditions that have to be met for a night terror to potentially happen.
Yeah, it's actually more crazy than I realize sometimes. But if you think about it,
if you think about it, it's kind of, has Rachel like been there whenever you've had one?
She's experienced. She's experienced one real one where I couldn't like get out of it unless I like got naked and laid down on concrete in the cold.
Like she just goes and like empties the freezer and just dumps the ice tray on you.
She's like, okay,
Kevin, wake up. I don't like this. Kevin, wake up.
And meanwhile, I'm like, shut up. It's so loud.
Yeah, she's just screaming. No, yeah, so I guess we shouldn't play Running Up the Hill to get you out of it.
No, you definitely shouldn't.
Maybe you should just, make a deal with God.
Yeah.
And then maybe get him to swap our places.
Mm-hmm. So I kind of am interested. I'll let you know. Actually, I probably won't.
Yeah, hit me up next time.
I'll have Rachel FaceTime you in the middle of the night. Hey, he's doing the thing. And then
wait, so this is like, how long does this go on? Because like dreams typically like they feel so long, but they could only be like 3 seconds.
That's the
thing. They feel like hours.
I don't know. I'll have to ask someone who's seen it. I don't know how long they last.
Yeah, because like to you, it could feel like an hour or two, but really you just ran down the stairs and stopped at the door and then went outside. Like it could be as simple as that.
Yeah.
Huh.
I've never even thought about how long they are.
So,
yeah.
Are you and Rachel gonna have kids?
What? Is that just a random question? Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys plan? Okay. Speaking of kids, I had this thought the other day. Did your elementary school have like field day?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Do they still do that? I had this thought the other day. Like, do kids still have field day?
Do kids even enjoy going to like recess anymore?
Yeah, like is that a thing? That was my
your
whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do they still have field day? Like, do they have a day where they go outside and play games?
Or
like now that the world's so digital, like how I mean, obviously I don't know how school.
Yeah.
I don't know how elementary schools work these days because obviously I'm not there and I don't have one there. I have one being a kid. So, like, do they still have, like, fun, like, inflatables, or, like, a fall festival? Do you remember having a fall festival and shit?
We had, like, festivals for... I don't know if we necessarily had a fall festival, but we had things like that, yeah.
Yeah, like, school events, so, like, where you had inflatable slides and, like, a dunk tank and stuff.
Yeah.
And then, like, field day was the best day. It was always like later in the year, second semester. And our class would have shirts made. It'd be like field day 2002.
Yep.
Yeah. And it'd be like a tie dye. And we'd go outside and we'd play games.
Like kickball and stuff like that.
Yeah. There's a kickball thing, class versus class, and all kinds of little, like they had like hired a face painting station.
Yes.
You get your face painted. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, do they still do that?
I hope so. I
Like,
would if I had a chance to go back into like, oh shit. If you could spend one day as a kid, in school again, what grade would you be in, and then what season would it be?
Damn. I would probably say 5th grade. Like, are we talking strictly elementary school?
Just throughout your entire schooling up until college.
Oh my god, that's too broad. We got to go elementary, middle, high school if we're gonna do that.
Okay, we'll say
based
high
on,
school.
like,
No,
the topic.
no high school. We'll just
Okay.
say 1st through 8th.
Okay. I remember in 5th grade we had the thing called the Turkey Bowl. So it was a flag football tournament between all the classes, the 5th grade classes.
That's cool.
4th grade had all their their own tournament, and 3rd grade and so on. I think it was only 3rd, 4th, and 5th got to do the Turkey Bowl. But it was for like 3 weeks of PE. No, maybe not 3 weeks, but like that 1 week of PE was Turkey Bowl week.
Yeah.
And there was only like 4 5th grade classes. It wasn't the biggest school, but
right.
It'd be a typical bracket. You'd play. Oh, we didn't do it in we would practice in PE leading up to a Friday.
Oh, okay.
I remember we used to draw plays and shit.
Wow.
In fun fact.
5th grade.
Fun fact. Phillip Rivers,
I know this
all-time,
story.
like, Hall of Fame NFL quarterback, played for San Diego Chargers. He went to the same elementary school I did, and he has a picture of one of the plays he drew in 5th grade framed on the wall in the gym.
That's
He
awesome.
did.
Yeah.
So Turkey Bowl is a huge thing, dude.
That's
Everybody
huge.
wanted to win it like Phillip Rivers.
Yeah.
So we'd practice all that week, and then on Friday, it'd be a half day. And the second half of the day, we'd go to a park and do a tournament, a football tournament.
That's so fun.
So, like, the teachers would grill hamburgers and hot dogs. All our parents would come watch, and we'd play flag. We'd have Turkey Bowl T-shirts made.
Mm-hmm.
Each class had a different color.
That's so
and
cool.
my class lost every year. Just a bunch of scrubs.
That's still fun.
But it was fun. It was fun. We used to have dodgeball Fridays.
Dodgeball. Yeah, we did a dodgeball tournament at our school. That was so fun.
Dude, we'd have all kinds of rules.
If I had to pick a year to go back, maybe. Oh man, that's tough, dude. I would either say 7th grade. Yeah, 7th grade probably. That was the first year. I'm pretty sure that was the first year I was a kid without glasses. I got my contacts. And, dude, all the ladies started pouring in.
Oh.
They liked me without the glasses. And then, I had my braces off.
Oh,
and
whole new man.
It was my blow up. Or, wait. Is that the right word?
Yeah, is your glow up.
Glow up. That's what I was trying to get at. My glow up year was 7th grade, beginning of middle school, because we did.
That's when Kevin got hot.
Yeah, yeah. So that was a fun year, and we had, I think I still had gym and stuff. 7th and 8th grade. I was almost gonna say 5th and 6th because we play kickball for recess almost every day, and I sucked, but it was fun.
So was recess for y'all? Was it a set? You had a recess teacher, or was it just your teacher that you were always with?
We had a ton of people at our recess, and we would go. We probably had, geez, I don't remember if recess was 30 minutes, if it was an hour. I kind of forget. I'm guessing
hour's a long time.
Yeah, I'm guessing it wasn't an hour. We probably had geez.
Would you? So there wouldn't be a set structure.
No, it was a free for all. So like there was the parking lot kind of area with the basketball hoops. It had the tether ball.
Blacktop. Yeah,
You know, yeah. So like, is that tether ball? Yeah, where you hit the
tether
ball.
ball and then Foursquare.
Foursquare, and then there was a track and then a field, like a baseball style field.
Yeah.
And then there was like park benches and stuff like that too. But yeah, that was the playground area.
So it was just free for all.
Free
so
for
you
all.
just like you and all the boys would just organize a game of kickball.
Yeah.
Classic schoolyard, like team captains, and then pick until.
Exactly. Yeah.
Damn, dude, we had like an actual PE teacher that would structure games for us.
Oh, okay.
Like we would play kickball, so we had 4 classes.
For recess. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
yeah, we had a PE block or class, like block or period, whatever.
Yeah.
And it would be, we had 4 classes, like I said, and it would be, you would go with another class. So you had the same class for the whole year. So that it was like those two would do PE together. And so we would always play our class versus their class. It's like kickball, dodgeball, everything.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as kickball, we used to play, we didn't really play outside that much, but I remember I just remember playing in the gym. And it was like if you hit the backboard, it was a home run. If you made it in, it was like 5 points. If you made it in a hoop. But the PE teacher was always the guy rolling. Like he was the all-time
pitcher. Yeah.
All-time pitcher, yeah. And then we had 2 PE teachers. The other PE teacher, she was all-time scorekeeper.
Gotcha. Nice.
And so we would do that. So we had like a set. We had we didn't know if we were playing kickball that day, if we were doing. We had this game called Indian Ball, which is what they called it, which was basically ultimate frisbee, but with a little tiny rubber ball.
Oh, cool.
So you had to throw it and catch it and stop. You couldn't, keep going. We would play soccer. We had soccer tournament like with all the classes.
Oh, that's so fun.
Dude, it was fun.
Hopefully they still have recess as a conclusion.
I hope so, because like the whole like meme almost on it online is like kids these days don't know how fun it was, just grabbing the bikes and riding around the neighborhood, just being a kid, and your mom's like, be back home by sundown,
Right. Yeah.
Like I feel like that era's gone. Like you ride around the neighborhood, at least I do. I ride around the neighborhood and there's no kids ever outside playing. That's not true. They are sometimes, but it's not like they're riding bikes around the neighborhood.
Yeah, I mean,
I maybe occasionally see kids shooting hoops, and that's it.
Yeah, we had our little skateboard clan for an era. We had the hide and go seek era. We had the ripstick era. Dude, the ripstick era was so fun.
Just ride around ripsticking everywhere?
Dude, we'd have I ever told you about this? Ripstick wars?
No.
Bro, so we all got super good with ripsticks. And
explain to the people what a ripstick is, or jog their memory.
So let me jog your memory. It's a 2-wheeled skateboard that you kind of wiggle to move forward. So you don't push off, you kind of wiggle with it. But they're super fun. Wiggle. So the ripstick wars was we would go into the woods and we would pick a type of stick that we wanted to use. And the goal was we would all start out in an arena. We'd choose like our weapon. And the goal was to be the last person on a ripstick by any means necessary. So you can push people. You can use your stick to like jab underneath their wheels.
Oh my gosh.
My weapon of choice was I had 2 like short sticks. And I got very good and proficient at like throwing the stick. And it would like land in front of someone's wheel. And they would fall off, and then I would go and collect the stick again. So like I could stab somebody's ripstick, or I could like throw them, use them as like a So it was super fun. Some guy had a super long one that he'd try to trip you up with. It was last person standing, or you could just if you got close to each other, you could start to like push each grapple. Other. Yeah,
dude, I bet that was so hard because those things are hard enough as it is.
Yeah,
like just to stand up on.
Mm-hmm. We got we got so into it. It was so fun.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's kind of like your thing though, like getting really good at
At some
I like to call it an accidental Jedi. That's what you are. You're an accidental Jedi because you are so just good at these little niche like hobbies or just activities.
Thanks.
Like
dude.
a ripstick, a kendama.
Yeah.
Everybody knows what kendama is, duh.
Probably not.
Probably not.
We'll
But
have
like,
to.
you're so good at like just little like even just like little stupid games where we would sit in the living room and try to shoot a tiny ball into like we'd make a game,
Yeah.
you know, just hanging out, and you'd be so good.
The made up games are
Or
always
like
the
Frisbee.
best. Or frisbee.
Like
yeah,
Frisbee.
it's
Yeah,
another
like,
weird thing to be good at. Yeah. You're right. I do.
Dude, we used to train on the frisbee though.
Yeah.
Like, we used to go hard on.
We were out
frisbees.
there. We've told them about that.
Yeah.
Here, for all those who don't know what a kendama is, I'm making my life harder. But let me pull up just a quick portion of the edit. It's gonna be right here.
That's a kendama. I hope it's a video of you kendamaing.
Yeah. Hopefully it
No,
is.
probably not.
We'll see. Yeah,
No, you don't have to. But
all right.
maybe check out our socials and you'll see a
Yeah.
video of Kevin kendamaing.
Dig deep on the Instagram and you could probably find something. But
Or just follow TVG_pod and you could see it there.
that's probably the best way to do it, honestly.
Yeah, shameless plug. I'm sure everyone's seen this because the ads are literally everywhere. You know the new Call of Duty that just released or came out like a week ago or something.
Yeah.
I don't know how it released because it's just stupid. But I'm sure everyone's seen the Call of Duty ads. So I haven't bought the game myself because I wanted to wait and see what the general public's views were on this game. And do you have a guess as to what the general opinion would be?
My guess is that the general opinion is that it's like rinse and repeat, like same thing as always.
Okay. Yes, it is very similar to the one that they came out with last year and the year before. Very similar as far as the gameplay and everything, but it is riddled with like just glitches and bugs. Like it just doesn't. There's so much wrong with it. They've gotten really lazy with like the maps. So they have like a.
I saw a really bad map.
Yeah, so they have like these big maps where it's like 20 on 20, 20 versus 20. And then they make for the 6-on-6 maps, they just took a section of that. It's like they just took a snippet tool of the big map. Like they didn't make its own original thing.
That's
so
pretty
it doesn't
bad.
it's not made for 6-on-6, so it doesn't play like that.
Yeah.
But the main point is all the glitches and the errors and like stuff not working properly.
Mm-hmm.
And this is like a thing that I think everyone should partake in, is to stop buying these large corporation AAA company games, such as like Call of Duty, Overwatch. I know it just became free to play, but how was their launch? Absolute dog shit. Like there's still stuff wrong with the game. And like Battlefield. Like Battlefield's like a staple like first person shooter coming up like when we grew up on the old Xbox 360. That game had a horrible launch and like it just so many bugs and glitches in all these new games because they are just trying to pump out a game in a year, and the technology is so much more vast and like what they can do. So I'm sure it takes longer to do these more higher quality productions.
Yeah.
And so they're just selling the name at this point. And it's so frustrating. Madden's done the same thing. It's been the same Madden game for the last 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
I know, and same with like NBA. Like I know they just recently did some different stuff in Madden as far as passing. But it's been the same game, and it always has these same glitches and bugs in the game, and people keep buying it and then going online and saying that it's awful. But they're not going to listen. Like these big companies, they just want your money. They're not going to listen to make a good quality product for the average consumer to enjoy.
Yep, I agree.
So, good. Then we're done here.
We should. People should really go out and Branch out and try new, smaller games, because
Yeah, because like so many are free to play now, and they're actually good. Like look at Fortnite; it was free, and it's a good game. And they listened to their community, and now it's blown up. It blew up and became the biggest game of all time.
Yeah,
Same thing with
it's not dead either.
with Valorant.
That's the thing.
It's not dead.
It's not dead. They're still listening
like
to
if
the
you
community.
go- yeah.
They're getting rewarded for it. So
Right, like they've made billions on that game.
mm-hmm.
Same thing with Valorant. Valorant has listened to their community and is kind of but that's kind of a bigger corporate. Did they get bought out though? Or have they? Riot's always been good. They've been a good company
Yeah.
as far as like what they produce, but they've listened. But like Activision, Blizzard, all these bigger Ubisoft, I know doesn't listen.
Treyarch.
Treyarch. Treyarch's probably the only Call of Duty company that does listen somewhat.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is the people that actually make the game can't change anything because they have somebody above them that has to approve it.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, this part of our Call of Duty community wants this to happen, but it can't get approved because it wouldn't satisfy the average consumer. And it's just, I feel like it's just never going to end, but I'll probably never buy another Call of Duty.
It hurts, man. It's like...
It does hurt. Because there's really no excuse for them to come out with a half-assed, unfinished product.
I'm dying for like a new good game.
Yeah. But like it's like you wouldn't go buy a car with a bunch of engine problems, would you?
No.
Like I know that's a different price point.
Right.
You're not going to go spend $60 on, I don't know, some kind of electronic product if like it's not going to be perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know.
No, I'm there with you. I agree.
I get it.
It needs to be said. Like they just keep doing the same thing over and over, and yeah, it sucks.
And you could talk about it all you want, but it's never going to change just because there's so many people that'll just see the name.
You just buy. Yeah.
Yeah. But
well,
so yeah, I just had to let the world know
get some steam
how I
out.
felt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just tired of people complaining about how the game's broken, yet they're like playing it.
I want VR to take off.
It's coming.
If VR got huge, that would be so cool.
Dude, it's coming. I've seen some of these like VR streamers, and they already they're being commercialized. The things that you stand in and you can move your feet.
Oh.
They're starting to become like commercialized to the average consumer. Like they're almost there. Like I'm talking like the next 3 to 5 years, everybody that'll be the next PS5 thing that goes wild and they run out. It's going to be these VR stations where you hook in and you can run and stuff in place.
I hope so. That'd be sweet.
It's coming because those things are cool, dude. VR is insane.
Yeah, I'm just a little concerned that people are going to be too lazy to like stand up. Like, that's the only thing.
Like sitting in a chair, just doing. I bet that already happens.
Mm-hmm.
But we've played VR a few times, and it was fun.
Ton of fun, yeah, and just so much potential too. Like I can only imagine.
It'll get there eventually.
The graphics and like, I would say the only thing about VR right now that's stopping it is like just the graphics can't be as crystal clear as like your monitor can be. So if they get
get there though. It's coming.
Yeah, that'll be really exciting to see. So
it'll be so much fun. Yeah, you want to pinch it off here?
Let's pinch her on off. Yeah.
So yeah. Oh, before we go, I know we just said pinch it off. So hopefully you haven't clicked off yet, but send us some pictures of your costumes that you may have worn either today, Halloween, or over the weekend. Send us some pictures. DM us on Twitter, at TBG_pod on Instagram, TikTok. I'm sure you find us at the Brotanical Garden. Send us some pictures, and we'll pick a winner at random, and you will get, or if we like it, I don't know.
It wouldn't be
We'll converse, but the prize, there's a prize of a gift card of an undisclosed amount. So
Yeah.
and
Yes.
it'll be, it's double digits. It's not just like $5. It'd be funny, but it's not $5.
Yeah.
There is a gift card involved to a place of your choosing, maybe.
So we could either do A, Clay and I decide. We could do B, where we show all of the costumes on the next episode, and you guys can vote on which one you guys like the most, or we can just privately vote amongst Clay and I, and then pick a winner for next week. So
and don't worry, if we show it on the pod, we'll blur your face or whatever, whatever you're comfortable with.
Costumes, couple costumes works, but yeah, just send us what you got, and we will vote on what is the best, and you will be rewarded. So until next week.
Next week, we'll see you guys. I'm a monkey, sock monkey wrangler.
Soak my dick. What? 3, 2, 1. Bye.